Good morning. Here we are on day 2 of our 40-day reading plan, looking at 1 Peter chapter 2. Challenge is to read that chapter today. As we talk about 1 Peter chapter 2, we have to mention these great texts that are applied to Jesus from the Old Testament, where Jesus is the cornerstone. He is the chief cornerstone. Builders have rejected, and so therefore becomes a stumbling block to them. Rejected by men, but chosen by God. And he tells us as Christians now, we are chosen by God. We are a royal priesthood. We are chosen by God. Jesus endured suffering and hardship. And when we identify with Christ, we can expect a measure of suffering and hardship as well. So we think about this as now we get to identify with Christ in these different ways. It's almost like a congratulations. We get to identify with Christ through his sufferings. So he tells us that this is commendable in verse 19, and I want to focus today on verse 21. He says that to this, which is the sufferings, to this you were called. So God called us toward these sufferings. God called us because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that we should follow in his steps. That little phrase, in his steps, is the title of one of the most widely published Christian books where we try to imitate Christ. We need to follow his example, and we follow this through suffering. Day 2, be blessed.